How often have you found yourself in situations where someone's smile seems a little too sharp or their laughter a little too forced? Maybe you've felt it, a sense that they know you're onto them, but instead of backing off, they double down. It's like swimming upstream, only to realize someone's been holding you back the whole time. How many times have you bitten your tongue, forced a smile, or heard, "Relax, it's just a joke," while something inside you snaps? Imagine it like this. Dealing with people who have hidden motives is like wearing shoes 2 sizes too small. It hurts, you try to manage, but in the end, it just doesn't work. Or it's like pouring your trust into a bucket with a hole at the bottom. No matter how much you give, it just leaks out, leaving you empty and questioning your own judgment. Stoic wisdom teaches us that while we can't control how others behave, we can control our reactions. Evil people may try to shake your foundation, but your response is yours to choose. It's a reminder that self-control is the armor that guards our inner peace. Today, we'll uncover the 8 signs that reveal how people behave when they know you see through them. And don't miss the last point. It's one you might not expect, but it could change everything about how you deal with them. If you find these insights valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more wisdom for your journey. Number 1. Spread false rumors. Ever had someone spread stories about you that weren't true, painting a picture that doesn't even look like you? It's as if they're playing storyteller, crafting tales where you're the villain, all so they can feel like the hero or the victim. And here you are, blindsided, forced to defend a version of yourself that doesn't even exist. This is a classic tactic. Spread rumors, twist facts, and let you struggle to clean up the mess. They know that once a lie is out there, it sticks like glue, even if there's no truth in it. It's manipulation at its core, designed to make you doubt yourself, isolate you, and keep you guessing. The Stoics would tell us that we can't control what others say, but we can control how much power we give their words. Imagine the peace in that, knowing that, while their words might sting, they don't have to wound. What they say doesn't define you, how you respond does. So, how do you handle it? Start by refusing to play into their game. Don't chase after every rumor. Silence speaks louder than defending against lies. If someone asks you directly, answer with honesty and let your actions do the rest. Those who know you know your truth, and those who don't aren't worth your energy. Every time you hear another rumor, take a breath and remember, their words are just noise. They don't determine who you are. At the end of the day, it's your integrity, your strength, and your ability to rise above the lies that define you. In the end, the only story that truly matters is the one you're living. So, let them talk. They're wasting breath on a story that doesn't belong to them. And that, my friend, is your power, knowing who you are no matter what they say. Number 2, pretend nothing happened. Sometimes it feels like some people have mastered the art of pretending nothing ever happened, as if the hurtful words or actions they directed at you were just a figment of your imagination. They casually brush off your feelings, making you question your own memory and whether you're overreacting. This tactic can leave you feeling confused and gaslit, as if the reality you experienced was simply a mirage. The Stoics would remind us that people often react this way out of their own fear of accountability. By pretending nothing happened, They escape the responsibility of addressing their actions and the impact they have on others. So, how do you deal with this dismissive behavior? First, trust your feelings and your memory. If something hurt you, acknowledge it and give yourself permission to feel that pain. Remember, your emotions are valid and it's okay to express them. The Stoics taught that recognizing our emotions is the first step toward understanding and mastering them. Next, consider documenting your experiences. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you clarify your memories and validate your perspective. When someone brushes off your concerns, refer back to your notes to remind yourself of the truth of your experiences. At the end of the day, don't let anyone make you feel like your feelings are unwarranted. When faced with someone pretending that nothing happened, it's essential to stand firm in your truth. If they refuse to acknowledge your hurt, it may be a sign that they are not the supportive friend or colleague you thought they were. Surround yourself with those who take your feelings seriously and are willing to engage in honest conversations. When you trust your experience and stand firm in your reality, you empower yourself against those who would seek to diminish your voice. Remember, you are not overreacting. You are simply standing up for your truth, and that is something worth fighting for. Number 3, pretend to be the victim. Have you ever felt like someone has invisible strings tied to you, pulling them whenever they want to control your emotions? And there you are, dancing like a puppet, reacting when they want you to be angry, laughing when they think it's time, exhausted from carrying their endless drama. Some people are experts at playing the victim, masters of emotional manipulation. They make you feel responsible for their sadness, their mistakes, even their happiness. But here's the truth. You're not here to play a role in their script, nor to cheer at the end of their performance. Picture this, someone who turns on the tears every time an argument begins. Suddenly, you forget your own feelings, comforting them as if their pain is yours. Or someone who keeps telling you that you're never enough, no matter how much you give. The Stoics, the ancient philosophers who understood human nature, warned against this. They taught us to control only what's truly ours, our reactions, our emotions. How do we break free? Spot the behaviors that cross your boundaries. If someone makes you feel guilty for protecting your peace, take a step back. Boundaries aren't to make others comfortable, they're to keep you safe. Remember, every time you feel you're compromising yourself to avoid someone's reaction, pause, ask, is this feeling mine, or is it being put on me? Don't be afraid to set boundaries, even if it's uncomfortable. The discomfort of saying no is far better than the constant shadow of manipulation. The Stoics knew that control over yourself is what truly sets you free. So, cut those strings, not out of selfishness, but because you know your worth. After all, no one should be the main character in your life but you. Number 4, twist your words against you. Sometimes it feels like people have a knack for twisting your words, taking what you've said and turning it into a weapon against you. It's as if they're waiting for the moment you let your guard down, ready to pounce and manipulate your words to fit their narrative. In these moments, you become the villain in a story you never intended to tell, leaving you confused and questioning your own truth. Let's get real. Imagine having a conversation where you express your concerns about a friend's behavior. Instead of taking your feelings into account, they turn your words around, saying things like, "I can't believe you think I'm a bad friend." Suddenly, you find yourself apologizing for simply trying to communicate. Or consider a workplace scenario where you suggest a different approach to a project. They twist your suggestion into a critique, claiming you're undermining their authority. In an instant, you've gone from a team player to a troublemaker. This is where the Stoics offer invaluable wisdom. They taught that people often project their insecurities and fears onto others, and this twisting of words is a clear sign of that manipulation. When someone distorts what you say, it's not about your intentions, it's about their need for control. The Stoics believed in the power of clarity, encouraging us to communicate openly and not let others redefine our narratives. So, how do you protect yourself from this verbal manipulation? First, maintain your own clarity. When you express yourself, be aware of your intentions. Keep your messages simple and direct, and don't allow others to redefine your words. If they twist what you've said, calmly reiterate your original point. What I meant was, can be a powerful tool to reclaim your narrative. Also, remember to stand firm in your truth. Stand strong in your truth, for that is where your power lies. You are not responsible for how others interpret your words. You are only responsible for speaking your truth with clarity and courage. Number 5. Try to isolate you. Sometimes it feels like people will go to great lengths to isolate you from those who could offer support, crafting an invisible wall between you and your friends or family. They might spread rumors or lies, manipulating the narrative so that others begin to see you in a negative light. It's a cunning strategy that leaves you feeling alone, vulnerable, and unsure of who to trust. The Stoics would remind us that this behavior stems from their own fears and insecurities. Those who isolate others often do so to feel powerful themselves. So how do you defend against this isolation tactic? First, stay connected with those who truly know you. Open communication is key. If you notice someone spreading misinformation, don't hesitate to reach out to your friends or loved ones to clarify the truth. Sharing your side of the story is essential, and you owe it to yourself to ensure others see the real you. Also, build a network of support outside of the manipulator's influence. Seek relationships that are based on trust and understanding, where you can express yourself freely without fear of judgment. The Stoics believed in surrounding yourself with wise and virtuous people, those who lift you up rather than tear you down. At the end of the day, remember, you are not alone in this. Those who try to isolate you do so out of their own need for control. Stand strong in your connections and don't let anyone dictate your relationships. When you feel someone trying to cut you off from your support system, take a step back and reclaim your narrative. You are worthy of love and support, and you deserve to be surrounded by people who see you for who you truly are. When you resist isolation, you empower yourself. Reach out, speak your truth, and don't let anyone else write your story. The more connected you remain, the harder it is for manipulation to take root. Number 6. Act extra nice and charming. Sometimes it feels like people can flip a switch, turning on an overwhelming charm that makes you question your own instincts. One moment, they're distant or even critical, and the next, they're showering you with compliments and kindness, trying to disarm you. It's as if they've studied the art of manipulation, using sweetness to confuse you and blur the lines between genuine care and cunning strategy. The Stoics taught us to see beyond the surface, reminding us that true character is revealed over time. When someone shifts from coldness to warmth, it's essential to pause and assess. Is this change sincere, or are they trying to regain control? Real kindness doesn't come with strings attached. It's steady and unwavering. So, how do you navigate this confusing terrain? First, trust your instincts. If someone's sudden niceness feels forced or calculated, it probably is. Don't be afraid to maintain your boundaries, even if it feels uncomfortable. Setting boundaries is a sign of self-respect, not selfishness. When faced with their charm, take a step back and ask yourself, what do I truly feel? Is this attention genuine or just another tactic? Remember, manipulators thrive on making you doubt yourself. The Stoics would remind us that our true strength lies in recognizing these games and choosing not to play. At the end of the day, you are not here to dance to someone else's tune or to live in the shadows of their charm. You deserve relationships rooted in authenticity, where kindness is genuine, not a tool for manipulation. So, when the charm comes knocking, stand your ground. Know your worth, and don't let anyone's sweet words sway you from your truth. Number 7. Try to intimidate you. Sometimes it feels like people wield intimidation like a weapon, using fear to keep you silent or compliant. They know how to play on your anxieties, making you feel small and powerless. When faced with this kind of pressure, it's easy to feel cornered, like you're walking on a tightrope, afraid that any misstep could lead to conflict or confrontation. Maintain your composure and stand firm in your truth. When someone tries to intimidate you, remember that their tactics reveal their weakness, not yours. So how do you reclaim your power in the face of intimidation? First, recognize intimidation for what it is, a desperate attempt to control you. Stay grounded in your values and beliefs. Understand that you have every right to express yourself and set boundaries. Don't let fear dictate your worth. When confronted with intimidation, take a deep breath and pause. Reflect on what you truly want to say and what values you stand for. The Stoics would advise responding with clarity and courage, not fear. You don't have to engage in a power struggle. Instead, assert your position calmly and confidently. At the end of the day, you are not obligated to shrink yourself for anyone else's comfort. Intimidation is a cheap tactic, often used by those who lack real power. Your peace and dignity are invaluable, and you deserve to stand tall without fear. So, when intimidation knocks at your door, answer it with strength. You are the author of your own story, and no one has the right to silence you. Embrace your voice and let it be heard, for you are worthy of respect and freedom.